Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of the WRT Coaches Show. Up first for us is head football coach Mike Nesbitt. Coach, Coach? What's up guys? Welcome to Heard That, your weekly sports report for the WRT Sports Network. I'm Zach Barnes. Let's get this thing going. Week 1 of WRT Football, they went down to California to take on Azusa Pacific. They ended up dropping that first game 28-10. Buff defense kept the game close, but Azusa Pacific special teams in the rushing game just proved a little bit too much for the Buffs.
First off, I thought our defensive effort was really good. I thought our defensive guys played really well. It was kind of what we thought. You know, our back end, our secondary, and our back seven is a really experienced group. Our kickoff cover team, we gave up way too many yards. You know, they were playing on a short field all night. You know, they were on a 50-yard field the whole night. That's great for their offense, bad for our defense and field position. We really went in that battle in a sense. Well, early I liked the way he was trying to push the ball downfield. You know, he had his eyes downfield. He was trying to get the ball vertical a little bit more. We got to do a little bit more of that. You know, we didn't throw the ball vertical near enough. But part of that's not on Ethan. That's mostly on me. You know, I got to stretch it and let them go when they need to go.
Up next for the Buffs, they'll head down to Pueblo, Colorado and take on a familiar foe in Colorado State Pueblo. Both teams eager to get that first win under their belt. Fans, if you're looking for something else to do on Thursday night starting this week at 6:30 to 7:30, you can head over to Feldman's Wrong Way Diner and check out Buffalo Blitz. Buffalo Blitz will not only feature WRT Football, but it will also feature other programs within the WRT Athletics department, as well as a student organization that will be featured each week. This week's special $4.99 steak finger basket with french fries with a drink purchase. You must have your WRT ID in order to get that. Buffalo Blitz will be aired on 98.7 Jack FM, as well as the WRT Athletics Facebook page via Facebook Live. Ladybug Volleyball kicked off their season with the BritCare Ladybug Classic as they hosted 4 games throughout Friday and Saturday. Friday, the Ladybugs started off the season against Adams State, where they ended up losing that one 3-1.
It's going to be a shot right in the middle, blocked by the Ladybugs. Kept back on the Grizzlies side, though. Tossed over, going to that far side, like Caressa Henning, pulling the hands back.
Ladybugs ended up winning the first set 25-23. Then Adams State went on to win sets 2, 3, and 4 in very close matchups. Later on in the nightcap, the Ladybugs took on the Wildcats of Northern Michigan, where they ended up sweeping the Wildcats in 3-0.
Collected by the Wildcats. Another dig by Britton, and Corey Haley's able to keep it alive, and Thomas is going to bump this one over and keep it going. Going to be set on the near side shot. Blocked. Ladybugs have it.
And on Saturday, the Ladybuffs started off the day with Southwestern Oklahoma State, where they played in 4 very tight sets, but still ended up dropping that one 3-1 to the Bulldogs. And on the Saturday night cap and weekend cap, the Ladybuffs had a complete block party against McKendree as they ended up winning that one 3-1 over McKendree.
Served by Williams. This is going to be set over to Corey Haley's shot. Gets through the blockers and falls in the Bearcat territory. Point, Ladybuffs.
Up next for the Ladybuffs, they'll head down to Indianapolis, where they will participate in the U-Indy Invitational. Buffalo Soccer starting off their season at home at the pitch with a home game against Wayland Baptist. The young guns and the seniors ended up with a big day as the Buffaloes triumphed over Wayland Baptist 4-0.
Good, you know, it's good to see Ivan get off the track, and he's made a lot of progress. And you know, like I said, playing some young kids, and they're doing well, and we didn't concede, and you know, we didn't make any silly mistakes.
That was probably the best offensive opportunity they've had so far in this game. Buffs trying to make something happen here now on offense. Takes a shot towards the corner. He's got it! What a shot! As the pass ended up going off of West Texas A&M player. He's going to have an opportunity. Gets past the goalkeeper, and that's another goal for West Texas A&M.
After that, the Buffs ended up heading over to Springfield, Missouri, as they took on Drury University with a 1-0 loss. Up next for the Buffs, they'll host 2 home games this weekend, starting on Friday with Houston-Tillotson at 1 p.m. Then on Sunday at noon, bring out the picnic baskets and come out to the pitch and watch Buff Soccer take on Colorado State Pueblo. Lady Buffs started their season off on the road with a road trip to Colorado as they saw Metro State and Colorado School of Mines. Lady Buffs ended up going 0-2 on the weekend with a 0-2 loss to Metro State and a 0-1 loss to Colorado School of Mines. Up next for the Lady Buffs, they'll host a home game Thursday night against New Mexico Highlands University. Start time set at 5:30, so be sure to come out and support the Lady Buffs in their home opener. Right after that, they will head over to Lubbock and take on the Shaps of Lubbock Christian. And fans, don't forget to download the Buff Nation Fan app. Get rewarded for coming out to WT Athletic events and get some cool gear with those reward points. Be sure to use that Fan Cam as part of the Buff Nation app, and you just might get featured as the Buff Nation Fan of the Week. Men's and women's cross country participating in the Border Classic. Up at Fort Hays, the men's ended up finishing a overall second place, while women's ended up finishing an overall third.
We came in a little bit tired. That was expected. We've been training hard for 3 weeks. But I thought those guys put out a great effort. We had some guys that I really didn't expect that stepped up and were part of the top 5, top 7. So it was good to see those guys kind of step up when they had a chance to run a shorter distance.
In the men's 5K, Blake Whalen finishing first for the Buffs in an overall 6th place with a time of 15 minutes and 42 seconds. And in the women's 4K, Caitlin Chesney finishing first for the Lady Buffs in an overall 10th place, her time being at 15 minutes and 35 seconds. Lady Buff Golf currently in Pueblo, Colorado, participating in the Farmers Insurance Samuel Prohl Invitational. West Texas A&M currently leading after the first round, and they are also playing right now as we speak. So whenever that updates, check out GoBuffsGo.com to find out final results. Then finally, WT Men's Golf will host the Ryan Palmer Foundation Invitational on Monday and Tuesday at the Tascosa Golf Club in Amarillo. Be sure to come out and support your Buffs then.
We had our first round of qualifying Friday, and we have 3 more rounds this week, and looking forward to the home tournament. It's nice to start off at home on a course you know and a course you're familiar with. I would say of the top 6 scorers, probably 3 of them were either freshmen or incoming guys that transferred from JUCOs. So the new guys are pushing the guys that have been here before, and I think that's great competition for us.
Folks, thank you for joining us this week on Heard That. For the WT Sports Network, I'm Zach Barnes, and we will see you next week.